What's good, people? RFG back at it today, and I'm here to bring forth this Lost Boys Decoded information. Okay, as most of us know, the individuals that tried to click on my last video, they saw that it got blocked by YouTube. Okay, that was my Lost Boys Decoded video showing the actual movie clips. YouTube did not allow me to upload it, but Facebook did. Okay, Facebook did allow me to upload the Lost Boys Decoded videos. I have 3 of them. Okay, one of them is only like 2 minutes long. The other ones are in between 20 and 30 minutes. Like I said, if you want to see my video decoding this movie with the actual video clips, you gotta add me on Facebook. Okay, so you know it's very obvious. You see what I'm saying? Truth, nothing but truth is being put in these videos, and there's nothing but truth on this channel. Otherwise, YouTube and Google wouldn't make it their duty to make sure that, you know, my most significant videos are blocked. You see? And they can talk about the copyright bullshit all they want. Last time I checked, there's hundreds of other accounts that put, movie clips on their accounts. They don't get blocked by YouTube. I see some accounts that don't even put disclaimers on their videos while they show the movie clips. Their videos don't get blocked. So once again, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for what Google and YouTube are trying to do to silence my account. Like I said, I know of at least 7 to 10 other accounts that have movie clips from this movie, The Lost Boys, on their accounts. Okay, at least 10 of them, and some of them don't even have disclaimers, and they have not been sanctioned or blocked by Google or YouTube. You guys can go research this and look it up for yourselves. Okay, that is just clear evidence that you're seeing nothing but truth on this channel. So without further ado, I'm going to get into decoding this movie that came out in 1987, The Lost Boys. Okay, The Lost Boys was about a teenager named Michael and his family going out to Northern California with his mom and his little brother. Okay, and they were basically trying to restart their lives in that area. Okay, Michael was the teenager. He had a little brother, and he was moving out there with his mother and his grandfather. Okay, the town he moved to was called Santa Carla. Okay, Santa Carla, what they're not telling you is Santa Carla really represents Santa Clara, California. Okay, Santa Carla in the Lost Boys movie is really Santa Clara in real life in California. Okay, all they did was move the L, was take the L from between the R and the A and move the L in between the C and the A. That's all they did. Okay, so we have the main characters in this movie. David is the leader of the teenage vampires. Michael, okay, Michael, his name is very significant. He's the main character. Okay, what did David use to control Michael, to manipulate Michael into doing what David wanted Michael to do? David used Star. David used Star. Who is Star? Who was Star in the movie? Star was the woman. Star was the beautiful woman. So David used the beautiful woman named Star to lure Michael in, okay, to do David's bidding. Okay? So David can be seen as the devil. The two first consonants in David's name is DV. Okay? Just like devil, Satan, who is Set. Okay? So right here, we have David using Star, the female Star, to lure Michael in. Now, why does this sound significant? Why, out of all the names to name the female that's used to lure men in, you use a female named Star. Okay, so that's just like the star that carried feminine energy, known as Lucifer, known as Venus Lucifer. Okay, star, the attractive, okay, female entity, Venus, is also seen as Lucifer. So Satan used Lucifer to lure Saint Michael in, because that's why Michael's name was Michael in the movie, people. He represented Saint Michael. Saint Michael was lured in by Lucifer's beauty and didn't know that he was being taken advantage of and manipulated and deceived by the devil, Satan, aka Set. And when Michael found out what was really going on, okay, there was a huge altercation and a huge showdown between Michael and David, and at the end of that Lost Boys movie, wasn't it? Okay, this is the symbology behind this movie, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, also David told Michael, when you consume human flesh, you will never grow old and you will never die. Okay, that was probably one of the most significant parts of the movie. Another thing that I want to touch on is that vampires actually exist, ladies and gentlemen. Cannibals actually exist. Okay, whether we want to accept the information as fact or not, cannibals exist. If you think all this vampire movie and vampire theology information is just nothing but spookism and it's fictional, okay, I want you to research a man named Hannibal Lecter, and I want you to research a man by the name of Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer. And what our government is not telling you is there are thousands of those cases around the world. Not just America, the whole world. Okay? Of individuals who capture certain people, drain their blood, and eat their body parts. Okay? That is the same goddamn thing as a vampire, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? You can also research the organ trafficking and the organ harvesting business that's going on all across the world. Okay? If you think this vampirism doctrine, this vampirism information is bogus bullshit, just go look into it for yourself, people. Everything that they wanted us to think was fairy tale fantasy is actually reality. Most of the things they told us were reality are actually fairy tale fantasy. Okay? We're living in an upside down world, literally. Okay? So, like I was saying, in this Lost Boys movie, David, okay, the star head vampire of the teenagers, told Michael, the main character, when you consume human flesh, you will never grow old, you will never die. Why is that significant? That's telling us that the parasites on this planet that consume the human flesh, like the Rothschild and the Rockefeller family, and the Knights of Malta, and all these people who control everything we see in this world, they eat human flesh, people. They eat human flesh. Okay? You know why? Because they are the vampires. They are the sons of Cain that formed the Cain-9 when they were stripped of their God particle. Okay? Which is the carbon, aka the melanin. Okay? And 85 to 90% of the humans on the planet are all melanated. Okay? Even white people with brown hair and brown eyes, they're still melanated. Okay? White people with brown hair and brown eyes are 7 chakra humans. People who would consider themselves Asian, okay, those are 9 chakra humans. Individuals who consider themselves Hispanic or Latino or red Native Indian, those are 11 chakra humans. Okay, certain Arabs are either 9 or 11 chakra humans. Same thing with the East Indians. Okay. Then, of course, when you get to the Africans and the melanated people in America, those are your 13 chakra humans. Okay. That's how the human scale works. That is the whole grid of the chakra chart on the planet, the level of melanation on the planet. Okay. As long as you are a 7 chakra human, that means you have a soul. You ain't got nothing to be worried about. As long as you're on track with nature, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Ain't got no unreasonable hate in your heart, and you're on track with nature. You have nothing to worry about. So when David told Michael, when you consume human flesh, you will never grow old, you will never die. This is exactly the same thing that the global elites do across the world, ladies and gentlemen. Also, this is basically going into the doctrine of saying that time doesn't exist. Okay? So when you sell your soul over to the ultimate parasite, which is Satan, Set, okay, and Lucifer, you have now opted out of the Saturnian matrix because you have become the parasite. You see what I'm saying? You have become the Saturnian parasite that has to consume other living beings, other life forces, and human flesh. Okay? So with that being said, time does exist. I'm going to repeat, time does exist. You have a lot of people in the conscious community stating that time doesn't exist. I'm here to tell you that time does exist. Okay? Let me explain. When you come out of your mother's womb, you start something called an aging process. An aging process, okay? Which has to do with time. Time, which has to do with the time. And you cannot escape that aging process, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So no matter what doctrine time is looked at, or no matter what form of time you're under, we are still vulnerable to the aging process. Okay? So if we are vulnerable to the aging process, that has to mean that time does exist. Okay? Aging is a form of time, plain and simple. The only way we can say time doesn't exist is when we talk about the Gregorian time that our ancestors fell victim to, okay, due to their oppression. Okay? When we talk about time not existing, we need to say Gregorian time. Gregorian time does not exist. That is completely man-made baloney garbage. Okay? Ethiopian time, Sumerian time, is the time that we need to be on, that we need to be hip to. It's the Ethiopian time. It's the Sumerian time. It is not the Gregorian calendar. Plain and simple. Okay? Also, one of the biggest lessons in this movie, The Lost Boys, okay? After David told Michael, when you consume human flesh, you'll never grow old and you'll never die, okay? David was acting like he was on top of the world, like he was untouchable, like he was some kind of God, because he, never aged. He never experienced the aging process. But you know what? I'm here to say something different. To be immortal, you see, to be immortal is to be immoral. To be immortal is to be immoral. Why is being immortal immoral? Being immortal is completely immoral because you're going against your ancestors, the Moors. Okay? Immortal. Immortal. Immore. That means you're not like the Moor. Immoral. Immoral. You're not like the Moors. So wait a second. We got everybody and this conscious community saying that we're immortal, we're gods, time doesn't exist, but they don't have their facts right. Immortal means you're you're not like the Moors. Immoral, you're not like the Moors. Okay? So when we study these words, we know that time does exist, and to be immortal is to be immoral. Plain and simple. Why is that? Because our ancestors knew in their hearts that their bodies were not them, that they were not their physical bodies. They knew that they were only the spiritual light. And when they moved on and they went past the death process, the death transition, their soul, their spiritual soul essence, okay, moved up from 3D and kept moving up to 5 and 7 and 9 and 11 and 13, all the way up. They spiraled all the way up. Okay? Their souls hit that Stargate and they spiraled all the way up. They didn't stay stagnant in the same goddamn dimension and act like they were on top of the world. They were untouchable because they were immortal. I'm living forever in this one tiny damn dimension. You see what I'm saying? And the only reason I'm doing this is because I'm a fucking parasite that has to consume other living life forces and consume human flesh like a goddamn demon. Time to wake up, ladies and gentlemen. To be immortal is to be immoral. And the only way you can be like your ancestors, the true Moors, is if you keep your spiritual essence, okay, keep spiraling up and up and up and up and up, all the way to 13. Okay, that's why our DNA strands there was originally 13 DNA strands in the original humans on the planet. Okay, that's why the melanated people in America and Africa have 13 chakras, plain and simple. Okay, directly tied with the original DNA strands of the humans on this planet. Okay, we were beings that were supposed to spiral up after the death process into higher and higher dimensions where we create our own goddamn realities, plain and simple. Okay, so the only way, true way to be immortal is to do what the Moors did, and after the death transition, keep moving up throughout dimensions. Okay, they did that because they knew how to tap into Merkaba activation. You see, every form of matter in the universe ages. Let me repeat, every form of matter in the universe ages, and this is the truth, except for carbon. Except for carbon. And what is carbon, ladies and gentlemen? Carbon is just another word for a goddamn diamond. Carbon is the same thing as a diamond. And didn't they say diamonds are forever? So the carbon is forever. So when your melanin Merkaba light chip is activated, that will exist forever. Carbon is the diamond, and the diamonds are forever. Immortality, immortal, being like the Moors. Okay? When you're immortal in this third dimension, you're not like the Moors. Because the Moors spiraled up. The Moors didn't stay stagnant in one goddamn dimension. The Moors kept spiraling up. So to be immortal in this 3D 666 carbon prism, which is a prison, okay, to be immortal here is immoral. That's immoral. Plain and simple. That's immoral. We have to activate our Merkaba light bodies, our light ships, okay, so we can live forever and create our own realities in higher dimensions. Okay, we won't have a physical body when we do that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, plain and simple. Carbon is forever. Melanin is forever. Diamonds are forever. I appreciate everyone who supports RFG movement and Atlantean movement. Like, subscribe, share this video. It's the chosen one, man. I'm out.